Good morning, children. How are you all today? Children, yesterday we saw that Peter has entered Mr. McGregor's garden and McGregor called Peter, "You thief," right? So we'll start from here. Peter was most dreadfully, very much frightened. He rushed all over the garden, for he had forgotten the way back to the gate. He lost one of his shoes among the cabbages and the other shoe among the potatoes. He ran on and went faster, but unfortunately he ran into gooseberry net and got caught. Peter thought his end was near and shed big tears, but his sobs were overheard by some friendly sparrow who flew too. Children, here what happened is Peter was almost very frightened because McGregor started to chase him. As he was chasing him, he has forgotten his way, how to go back. But he lost one of his shoes among the cabbages and one among the potatoes. And he ran on and went faster, but unfortunately he ran into a gooseberry net and he got caught. Peter did not know what to do and he was literally scared and crying, don't know what to do. But what happened is some friendly sparrow who flew to him in great excitement and begged him to save himself. Mr. McGregor came up with a sieve which he planned to pop upon the top of Peter, but Peter wriggled out just in time. So soon what happened? Peter started to escape from there. He rushed into the tool shed and jumped into a can. Mr. McGregor was quite sure that Peter was somewhere in the tool shed, perhaps hiding underneath a flower pot. He began to turn them over carefully, looking under each. Soon Peter's knees shook. Mr. McGregor was after him in no time. So what happened? Peter wanted to hide himself, but he couldn't hide. Mr. McGregor started to search him and he suddenly sneezed. And what happened? Mr. McGregor found where was Peter hiding. McGregor was after him no time and tried to put his foot upon Peter, who jumped out of the window, upsetting 3 plants. The window was too small for Mr. McGregor. So the window was too small for Mr. McGregor and he was tired of running after Peter. Okay, what happened? McGregor was very tired running after Peter. He went back to his work. McGregor went back to his work. Peter sat down to rest. He was out of breath. Now, because McGregor was chasing Peter, so Peter is now breathless and he is, what is he? Trembling, like he's into fear and afraid. And he has no idea how to come out of that McGregor's garden, because he's going here, he's going there. But McGregor started to search him and chase him, but he is not able to come out of that place. Now, do you think Peter felt bad about not listening to his mother? After a time, he began to wander about, going lippity, lippity, not very far and looking all around. Means he was thinking what he's aimlessly. He doesn't know where is he going, what is he doing. He found a door in a wall. At last he found a door in a wall, but it was locked. And there was no room too far for a little rabbit. What happened, no children here? Now the rabbit wanted to escape, like he wants to come out of Mr. McGregor's garden. Now he's stuck inside. He's trying so many things to come out, but he's not able to come out. Who? Peter Rabbit. To squeeze underneath, an old mouse was running in and out over the stone doorstep, carrying peas and beans to her. So what happened? He saw a mouse going here and there, carrying peas and beans to her family in the wood. Wood means forest. Peter asked her the way. So Peter's like, okay, let me ask this mouse a way how to go out. Peter asked her the way to the gate, but she had such a large piece in her mouth. Who? The mouse. And she could not answer. So the mouse had a large piece in her mouth. So she couldn't answer Peter what was Peter asking for. He went back towards the tool shed, but suddenly quite close to him, he heard the noise of crunch, crash, crunch, crunch. He started to hear a noise like crash, crash, crash. Peter scuttered underneath the bushes, but soon as nothing happened, he came out and climbed upon the wheelbarrow and peeped over. And the first thing he saw was Mr. McGregor's honing onions. His back was turned towards Peter, and beyond him was the gate. So now again Peter's trying to come out. He started to hear a lot of things. McGregor's in the garden. He is doing some work, and he jumped over the wheelbarrow and he wanted to come out. So as McGregor was turning back, so Peter behind the gate, beyond him was the gate. Peter got down very quietly off the wheelbarrow, and started running as fast as he could go along the straight walk behind some black currant bushes. What happened? So Peter said, oh, this is my time. And he ran and he started to go somewhere, and he wanted to hide himself. He wanted to just get out of this garden. How do you think Peter must have felt when he finally saw the gate? Now what happened? Finally, Peter, he was almost about to see the gate and to get out of the McGregor's garden. Mr. McGregor caught sight of him at the corner. So what happened? Mr. McGregor caught sight of him at the corners. He saw. But Peter did not care. But he slipped underneath the gate and was safe. So he started to slowly come out of the gate, and he was safe. At last in the wood outside the garden. So in the forest, wood means forest, outside the garden. He was able to come out of the garden of McGregor's. Peter never stopped running or looked behind him till he got home to a big tree. So what happened? Peter here, till he went home, till he was on the way home, he never turned back. He never saw anything. He never stopped running also. He just started to just go as soon as possible to his home where his family were. Now children, here is Peter here is one of the naughtiest rabbit who did not listen to his mother. Mother said, you can go anywhere, play, be happy, don't go to Mr. McGregor's garden. But Peter did not listen. He disobeyed his mother. Okay, children. Now here it is. Prepare, list all the fruits and vegetables mentioned in the text. Children, you have to list all the fruits, all the vegetables in your classwork. Okay. Write them on the chart paper and stick the picture next to them. So let's not do this. I will tell you how to do this. Once I will give you notes, and then you can only write the vegetables mentioned in this text. Only this we can do this. Okay, children? Did you understand the story? Yes? Okay, children. Now what it is, the homework for you, it is here. As you listen to the story, right, you should write all the vegetables name in your rough book. Okay, write it in your rough book. All the vegetables name in this reader, whatever you have seen or heard. Okay, so many things, right? Yes. Here, can you see the picture? How Peter wanted to escape, and here is the mother. Yes, and here McGregor is chasing Peter out of his garden. Yes? Yes. Did you understand the story, children? Okay? Okay, children. You have to keep separate 200-page notebook for English. Okay? That I'll give you instructions very soon. Okay? Thank you, children. Have a wonderful and a great day. Did all of you understand the story? Yes? Yes. Thank you, children. Blessed day.